Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. So as you can tell from the title of the video, it's going to be a get ready with me video. I am going to feature a new product and it's the Ranger palette from Fantasy Cosmetica. I think this was launched like a week and a half, almost 2 weeks ago, but I just purchased it, I want to say like 5 days ago. I forget where it shipped from, but this indie brand, Fantasy Cosmetica, is in the US, so I didn't have to wait too long for shipping, which is great. So I'll be using that, be getting ready with you all, just hanging out, a very kind of relaxed, chill video. And then we can talk a tiny bit about some plans for the channel. And yeah, okay. If you are new here, hi, hello. I give you an extra warm welcome. I would love it if you can click the subscribe button and hopefully choose to stay for a while. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you more than you know. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, it is very windy outside. I'm just gonna go into my primers. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus. So I did go live real quick. It was honestly kind of spontaneous. I had no plan. I really needed input about the Kevin Aquan Making Faces book that I purchased recently, Isamaya Serum, and the Bobbi Brown, I think it's like a guide. And I was going to put a poll up, but then, so my friend Audrey on here on YouTube, she's been going live and her audience really seems to be enjoying it. Look, I've been wanting to go live on my channel at least once a week. Gosh, I feel like it's been almost 2 years of me contemplating doing that. I don't use my laptop for filming. I'm not tech savvy, Callie Ray. So I knew that I would need my husband to be here in case something happened if I did go live and I was using my laptop. Well, Audrey, and I'll go ahead and link her channel down below, she has been just doing casual lives vertical with her phone. That was one of my thoughts. Okay, why don't I just go live on my phone? It's fine. And so I've been seeing her do it once a week, sometimes twice. And so I told myself, okay, if she's doing it, you can do it. So that's why I went live. I feel like sometimes just like text messages, they can be so impersonal, and going live and asking for your guys' thoughts, suggestions, that kind of just made sense. So I did go live really quick. The next time I go live, I will make sure, this is the Givenchy foundation, to give you all a heads up in case you want to join. Yeah, I did that. So much fun. And I will definitely be doing it again with more notice so that if you want to join, you totally can. And hopefully I can make it a weekly thing where I go live on a weekly basis. Gosh, I remember when a lot of the beauty content creators, that was part of their schedule, going live once a week. And it seems like that kind of stopped for a minute. Sophia Sees Beauty still does a couple of lives a month. But yeah, so keep a lookout because I definitely want to go live for a longer time. And yeah, that was fun. Okay, there's the foundation. My scalp is so dry. I'm gonna jump into the Refine. It's been so windy here. It could be also from the marathon running and being in the sun for 3.5 hours. Yeah, my scalp is not happy right now. And yesterday the temperature got to 81 degrees. Shade number 8 for the Refine. Can you believe that? It's May and it's 80 something degrees outside. But luckily it's not humid heat here in Utah where we live, and we do get a breeze, so that helps. I do really love this Refine concealer. It is so good. I hope she gives us a foundation or a skin tint soon. That would be so nice. This is the Tarte. It came when I purchased the stick concealer. Anytime I try to link this exact one, it's not on there. And then the Sonia G Classic base. Okay, I have a couple of makeup products coming. Not too much. So I purchased the Glaminatrix, what is it, Nearly Natural palette. That's coming from Australia. It's already in the US. I got notification this morning. So hopefully a couple of more days and it'll get to me. And then I also purchased, Dominique Cosmetics was having a Mother's Day sale. It was either 20 or 25% off, including new launches. So the new lip liners that she launched, I was able to purchase one of those at 25% off. I think that's how much it was. And also one of the new primers that she launched. So excited to receive that as well. And I think that is it as far as makeup products that I have purchased that are on their way to me. Let me know what launches you are interested in, because I'm trying to figure out how many more launches for the month of May I'm going to partake in. Okay, I'm now gonna jump into the Issamai contour stick thing. Does have a name on here? The sculpting stick, and this is in shade Oak. And the e.l.f. liquid bronzer slash contour, just depends on the shade you got. I have shade 3 and I think it's light. This one is more of a neutral tone, so I'll use this as my bronzer. The few launches that I am interested in and don't know for sure I will be picking up, the By Terry blushes. They are available on the By Terry website. I saw the link this morning, but I very quickly glanced through it. I don't know if it was correct, but $65 for the blush. I'm hoping it's the same size as the bronzer, because if it's like this size and it's 65, this is a Victoria Beckham 21 brush. I will, if I do end up purchasing that new launch, probably only one shade, and I'm trying to wait until it becomes available at Beautylish, just because Beautylish has a point system and you get money back with the point system. The Westman lip liners, they look really nice. $34 each. Okay. $34 each. How much is, I don't even think the Charlotte is that much, right? Maybe the Victoria Beckham is that much. But yeah, I went and looked. Right now only available on the Westman website, and it looks like they're coming to Sephora on the 27th of May. But geez, I was like, gosh, $34. It's a lot of moolah for a lip liner. Petal, no, not Petal. What is it? Biscuit and Sable, I think, are the two that I'm interested in. Again, I don't know if I'm partaking in that launch. And the Chanel, the new Chanel bronzer, the formula changed, right? I think that's what I saw. So I don't know if I'm also going to purchase that. I'm waiting for it to become available on the Chanel website. I just want to see if the formula is better. I do own the original Le Beige. They also have 4 or 5 shades in this new reformulation, which is awesome. We had 3. Well, first there was only 1, and then there was 2, and then they give us 3, and now it looks like 5. So another launch I am interested in. Okay, I'm gonna jump into the Dior Maximizer in Flame, the Givenchy Pressed Powder in Voila Rosé 03, and Makeup Forever Loose Powder. I would love to know, and I think I already asked, just let me know what launches you are interested in. I'm not purchasing everything. I'm not exactly on a, maybe I am on a low buy. What have I purchased so far this month? I have purchased the Ali Glines eyebrow pencil and lip balm lipstick, the Fantasy Cosmetica palette, the Glaminatrix palette, the Dominique Cosmetics new lip liner and primer. Is that all I have purchased this month? I think so. Honestly, I don't remember anything else that I have purchased. So not too much. Now I'm gonna jump into the powder. But first, let me set my under eyes. It's very windy outside. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not purchasing a ton, because I don't need to purchase a ton, you know? This Refi concealer is so good and no one talks about it. Givenchy. I enjoy the brand Refi. It's a very my skin but better minimalistic kind of brand. I know it's not for everybody, but I personally do enjoy it. All right, the Makeup Forever. I just kind of pour it out on my hand because this is such a small component. I'm trying to finish that off too. And then I pick it up from my hand. 127 brush from Vive. And I use the Sephora 96 for the cream blush. Okay, MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre is on. Now we're gonna jump into the Ranger palette from Fantasy Cosmetica, which is an indie brand. I'm trying to think. Was it Illinois? That might have been where it came from. So Fantasy Cosmetica, a lot of their inspiration comes from games. I don't know if it's PC. It probably is PC. I'm not a gamer, so I don't know, but a lot of their color stories, the artwork, everything that Fantasy Cosmetica has, I really do enjoy. The brand has caught my attention for quite some time. Finally dipped in to the brand a couple of months ago and I purchased the Fighter palette, which I have really enjoyed this palette. Now the color story is a little bit on the more grungy side. These are the only two light tones you have. But I still have created some very, got a hair, beautiful looks with this palette. Okay, so the Ranger palette, I don't know what game this is from. If you do, let us know down below. Little plastic cover, and it looks like the unicorn matches the palette itself. So I can toss that. Okay, and they do put these little white foam protectors when they travel, which by the way, this was packaged so nicely. And there it is. I feel a little bit more warm tone. These greens are so pretty. Yeah, I'm excited. We'll see what we create with this today. I might mix the warm tones and the green. There's a little postcard on here. A ranger moves through the sun-dappled forest, following a trail of broken branches and fresh tracks. With an arrow knocked and eyes sharp, I think that says knocked, they slip into the undergrowth, unseen but always watching. Thank you for going on an adventure with us. Share your amazing looks on Instagram. Okay, we're gonna get started with an eye look. I did bring you in a tiny bit closer. MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre, I think I already mentioned it. We're gonna start with this tone here, Track. This is the It Cosmetics brushes for Old, the number 105. Angelica Negves, who is the owner, Cinch Beauty. There is a palette coming from the brand Agate. Agate Temptation, I think. Agate as in is it a gem, a rock? I don't know yet if I'm going to purchase it. We do have an update. She wasn't sure when the palette was going to launch because it was revealed during the Creators and Friends trip that they took to Destin, Florida. With shipment, I guess it was taking a little bit longer than she anticipated, and then also she had prepaid the tariffs but wasn't sure she was going to get slammed with more tariffs once it arrived to the United States. But it seems like everything is good, doesn't need to pay any extra money, so the price for the palette is going to be the same as the first palette she launched, the Galactic Visitor palette, which I do own, and it's really, really pretty. That's another launch that I am interested in, just not 100% sure if I will be picking it up. Okay, I kind of want to save the minty green for my inner corner, so let's go with this green one, Hunter. This is the B5 from Blend Bunny, and that's gonna go in the front of this eye look. And I'm tapping first. I want to make sure I have the most amount of pigment down before I blend. And also orange and green can turn muddy, so I'm tapping when I get to the orange too. The blend is a little bit more seamless. Okay, that looks pretty. Isn't there a Florida team that has these colors? Okay, I'm gonna jump into the darkest matte Strider, and it looks like it's a very dark, gosh, maybe even a gray brown. This is an Artitude Cosmetics little fluffy, almost like a crease brush, but I'm going to use this for the outer corner. Oh, maybe it's like a murky gray green. It's so hard to tell. I have not swatched this palette. I don't like swatching palettes before I play with them. I'm tapping because it's gonna turn muddy if I blend it into that beautiful orangey peachy shade. All right, next glitter glue is on, and I want to jump into this tone, Wilderness, and I think this one for the front portion of the lid, Ambush. Okay, so the darker one first. I already have NYX glitter glue on, and it looks like a dark green that might have maybe a black base. I think so. I think the specs and the shimmer in it is just green, but the base is black. So I'll only do a very small section of this shimmer, but it's very, very pretty. Okay, now Wilderness. Oh, that looks beautiful. I barely dipped my hand into it too. Okay, so this one looks like it might be a tiny bit of like a holographic, like it shifts colors kind of shimmer. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay, now for the minty green Explore. I'm hoping on its own it should be pigmented enough. This is the B3 from Blimp Bunny. If not, I might add a white base underneath. Okay, I think the base is good. Okay, that looks good. Okay, eyes are done. Let me do my eyebrows real quick. I did get a couple of comments asking that I do a video of how I do my eyebrows. It's nothing intricate. I have done a video, gosh, it's been years, but that video did not do so well. I have pretty decent amount of hair on my eyebrows. I do use brow serum right here in the front, or else like you can tell. So this space from here to here, that is where I used to pluck back in the day when I was younger. This space right here did not exist a couple years ago because that's how wide the space in between my eyebrows used to be, and they were much thinner. Yeah, so I do use brow serum to help with that growth right there, or else it would be very, very sparse up there. And then I just pretty much lightly brush what I filled just to make it almost, I guess, soft. So the pigment is soft and it looks more natural. But yeah, that's it. That's pretty much what I do for my eyebrows. All right, let me put on some lash primer. Eyebrows are not set yet. I like to do that after I go in with highlighter or put primer on these lashes. I'm almost done with this Lancome. I did buy one from, is it CoverGirl? I think it's CoverGirl. We're gonna jump into this Dior bronzer. This is the Vive 121 brush, and I've been enjoying using this brush for bronzers that I feel I really need to build up. Oh, the Hourglass face palette, the quad where you can pick, like you can customize it. That's another thing I have coming. Well, I ordered it. I don't know if it has shipped, so I'm excited for that to come in because I think I built the perfect face palette that I will for sure use every single shade. This bronzer is really nice. I do have to build it up a tiny bit, but it's fine. I'd rather that than it be too pigmented, you know? Okay, I'm gonna jump into this Chanel Camellia Futura blush. Just dip into all 3 shades. This is the Sonia GTF3. Use this as my blush. I think it'll go well with the green in the eye look. All right, now we can go in with mascara. I'm gonna use this little mini Caviar Extravaganza mascara from Laura Mercier. I want to say this is a pretty natural kind of mascara. I can build it up a tiny bit, but gosh, I want to say it takes me like 3 or 4 coats of mascara to build it up to my desired volume and length. So I do add the What's Up Beauty Wash Me mascara on top of this because, yeah, these are the only 2 mascaras I have left. I need to buy another 2 mascaras. So that's like 1 coat, and I like a tiny bit more volume than that, just so I'll probably go into the What's Up Beauty. Okay, it is so windy outside. Oh my goodness. I did go into the What's Up Beauty mascara. I just had to. Okay, What's Up Beauty. This is the Safari Sunset Serengeti highlighter. The back is like almost completely gone because that's how much I use this. This is the MY20 from Danessa, and I just dip into both. Like, did you see the embossment? Such a good highlighter. I have not set my eyebrows because I'm gonna do that after I do the highlighter. Do you see that? Oh, so pretty. All right, now I can set my eyebrows. This is the Make It by Mario brow gel, and the only reason I'm using this is because I'm trying to pan it because I do not enjoy it too much. I mean, it does its work. It does the job it's supposed to do, but not my favorite. This wand sucks. The formula is gunky. You don't get a ton of product in this little container that they give you. It's just, I have other ones I prefer, so I'm trying to finish this. Yeah, not a favorite at all. We are almost done. I pulled out the What's Up Beauty lipstick from the Egyptian Queen collection. Ankh, A-N-K-H. Is this one of my favorite tones? I think so. So I'm gonna put this on first, and then I'll put on a lip liner. Such a beautiful tone. Okay, and then I pulled out my Natasha Denona Clio lip liner. My kids are being very loud. Now the lip liner is a little bit lighter than the lipstick, but I'm perfectly okay with how that looks. All right, let me go ahead and assess the situation. Put swatches of the palette, and then we can end this video. I am back. Hair is not cooperating. I've been doing these like softer curls. All right, here's the makeup. Loving the lips. The eyes, I'm not too sure about yet. You all let me know what you think. Maybe it's the green. Maybe I should have done the green on the outside and the salmon tone on the inside. Yeah. Okay, here are swatches of the palette. This tone here is the one that was covered with a little foam protector. It feels very emollient, chunky, like it's just going to have so many different sparkles and dimensions. But yeah, here is all 9 swatches, and they look beautiful. This is reminding me of the Zendo Meaty palette from Natasha Denona, right? A tiny bit, yeah. Okay, yes. This one definitely packs a tiny bit more of a punch than that one. I want to say the Natasha Denona Zendo palette, the shimmers in that palette were just a little bit more subtle, more subdued. Definitely more of a punch in this Ranger palette from Fantasy Cosmetica. I had so much fun playing with the palette. Both of these shades look like they're going to be so beautiful when I use them. So excited. for that. I can definitely create another eye look with this palette. Like I said, I have the Glaminatrix palette coming, but that's a bigger palette, so I might do 3 looks, 1 palette with that specific palette. So maybe I don't know, we'll see where else I can incorporate so I can create another eye look with this palette because it's so pretty. Fantasy Cosmetica is definitely becoming a favorite indie brand for myself. I'm enjoying dipping into the brand. So far only 2 palettes, but they've both impressed me quite a bit. Let me know if you have tried the brand, if you have bought anything from them, if you have heard of the brand. I know there's a couple of the makeup beauty content creators that I watch, like Heather Austin, Angelica Nickvis, Rachel Palmieri. They review the brand, and they do have more to offer than just palettes. So go check them out. They're a small indie brand with what's going on with tariffs and whatnot. I did see, hopefully the tariffs were figured out. Crossing fingers, because 100% I feel indie brands are, especially the ones that have their products made in China, definitely the ones who are going to get dinged the most. But hopefully what I saw is true, because it would suck. Yeah, I think they definitely do have their stuff. 12-month shelf life. I didn't even tell you. Yeah, it was made in China. So yeah, okay. All right, that's it. Thank you so much for joining me. I had so much fun hanging out with you all and getting ready. Like I mentioned, I will be going live again. I will 100% give you all notice so that hopefully you can join me on the live. Even though I was only on for like, what was it, 4.5 minutes. It was nice. It was nice going on live. That's going to be it. Thank you so much for being here. I already said that. I love and appreciate every single one of you. You have no idea. All the comments, all the likes. If you use my links to shop, it all truly helps my channel out so much. We are close to 4,000 subscribers, and I'm hoping we can hit that pretty soon. That would be absolutely amazing. All right, with that being said, do not forget to give the video a big thumbs up. And also don't forget to click the subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will see you all on my next video. Bye.